Maidstone United are the last non-league team left in this year's competition. After beating Stevenage in the third round, they were looking to cause an upset at Ipswich Town, who are riding high in the Championship. Commentary from Martin Keown and Guy Mowbray.
Nearly 4,500 Maidstone fans believe, and that's what this competition brings. 98 league places separate these sides, but they start as equals today as the FA Cup gets down to the final 32. For Ipswich, second in the Championship, it's almost all change. Only centre-back George Edmondson stays in from the side that started at Leicester last Monday. And part of his job will be to stop one of those fabled cup fairy tales happening, as Manny Duku starts as Maidstone's striker. Released by York City last summer, he only signed on Tuesday after a spell playing in Gibraltar. Ipswich, a club who those of us who are old enough associate with a good cup history because of 1978, Sir Bobby Robson's winning side. But their record recently has been pretty rotten. Last season was their first time at this stage, the fourth round, for 13 seasons. One thing you will see about Ipswich Town, if you haven't seen too much of them this season, they are all very good on the ball. Hutchinson delivers, kept in, and it was blocked. Goes behind off Broadhead for a goal kick. Fowler with the block. First chance for the Championship pace setters.
I think it's Fowler who gets a touch in there. Really good defending. Maybe that's a little let-off, a warning for them.
Taylor. Ball. Nice layoff from Broadhead to Taylor. And Lucas, beaten by it, comes back to Hutchinson. Lucas makes the save this time, and it's scrambled away.
I think there's a lot he can do with this one, but when it comes back out to him, he gets up quickly and makes a really good reaction save.
Maidstone have already earned over £230,000 from their run in this season's FA Cup. Over 100,000 more to come, plus gate receipts from today. All clubs at that level need it. Hutchinson, it opened up, big deflection. Maidstone now twice saved by the post. That wasn't far away either, deflected, was it? No, straight wide for Edmondson in the ref's view.
Well, it's Hutchinson again, isn't it? Comes off the hand and then hits the post. Keeper was beaten there.
Sarmiento takes it, goes with it. Aluko gets it through, what a ball. Broadhead stopped by Lucas Coverlan again. He's a busy goalkeeper.
And again, lovely. I mean, he comes out, shuts the angle down. Really good barrier that he creates.
Aluko. Here's Hutchinson. Sarmiento with the spin. Hutchinson, he can hit it again with that left. Just run away from him a little. Sarmiento. Humphries trying to keep the attack going, pursued by Liam Sol. Morsey puts the hammer down, and it went through Lucas that time. He got a little bit on it. Was it a save or was it going wide anyway?
He gets there nice and early.
It was another one that was bound for the post. Who doesn't like seeing a long-range shot? We're seeing plenty today. Cross to Sol, he's unlucky there. And here's Sarmiento. Drifts past one, powers past two. Support is there as well, but Sarmiento's gone for goal, and that's a massive deflection. It clipped the top of the bar. The woodwork is hit again.
He just runs through that midfield area, just keeps going, and I think in the end he decides, you know what, I'm just going to hit this. And it ricochets off the defender, hits the bar and over.
Hutchinson. Taylor. That's too high. Deflected though. Ipswich corner, another one.
And they're just restricting them to long-range efforts right now. Here's another one.
Sarmiento to put the corner in. Lucas stays back. Sol gets the ball through, and running onto it is Lamar Reynolds. Can he keep his cool? Oh, how about that? Lamar Reynolds gives Maidstone United the lead. What a finish! And maybe something is just beginning in Suffolk.
Well, look at the celebrations. And you always had the feeling with one good ball over the top that maybe on the break they could get something. And what about the finish?
He came from Braintree last summer. This is his 26th game for Maidstone. It's his first goal. What about timing?
I mean, the pace as well. And this is off the left foot. Just dinks it over the oncoming keeper.
He almost pulled that off without looking. Magic of the cup. You'd better believe it. It's shining down on Ipswich for Maidstone United right now. Aluko able to turn but not able to keep his balance. Reynolds again moving away to the left wing. Through the middle was Dooku, and that was perfectly between the pair of them. Now here's Taylor. Sarmiento. That one has beaten Lucas Kovalov. Ipswich Town level. Jeremy Sarmiento having a go again. He's done that several times before this afternoon. One or two others have taken deflections too, and this one was a telling one.
Tough on Maidstone, but it was really a matter of time, the amount of chances they were getting on this goal.
Check of the time for the Ipswich boss. There's plenty of it. Sarmiento was rocked out of possession. Reynolds has it, and he's got Corn breaking down the middle. Sam Corn is in on goal here! Incredible! Just incredible! Maidstone have done it again! Sam Corn has done it again! 3 rounds in a row!
Well, it's just unbelievable. They give it away cheaply, Ipswich in that middle of the park, and then Reynolds gets onto it. And look at this for a ball. He just wraps it inside and he comes onto it. Really good first touch, and then the finish is sublime finish. Stunning moment in this football match. Look at it, just puts it in that near post.
Now, would VAR have got involved? VAR would definitely have got involved. That was the first pass of the move.
You're quite right.
Here's Clark, sold the dummy, looking for Taylor to win it. Edmondson, was he tripped? The referee's given it the other way, and Ipswich can't believe it. It's going to be a yellow card for George Edmondson.
Does he get to the ball first?
It's Manny Dooku, who's stretching.
Yeah, I think that's a foul there.
We'll go back to those cliches again, Martin. Charmed and magic and all that. Those posts, that crossbar, the saves of Lucas. Mind you, that's what he's there to do. And obviously the foul that was missed in that Maidstone second goal. But just look at the scoreline. That's the story. And for Ipswich, with their cup misery, may just be continuing. Davis to try and find the right ball into the box. You almost see the desperation in his face. Headed back towards his own goal and behind for a corner by Corn.
Well, he's been fouled at the same time, Corn, and he's just trying to make that point. No time to argue about it, because it's going to come back in again here.
Yandolo stands between the Ipswich forward and the goalkeeper. Another one swung in. Chaplin's there! Saved! It's not away yet, though. And it's an almighty mess in the middle there. Lucas then dives on the ball and grasps it.
Somehow he gets a hand to it, and then there's an almighty scramble. There's a melee, and then the goalkeeper just reaches from nowhere and says, you know what, I'm just going to take it.
Davis. Played in by Morsey, and it's another one that's kept out by Lucas.
This is a non-league keeper apparently, but he's playing like a top-level keeper, isn't he, today? Inspired. He made that look easy.
Two minutes to go. Chaplin. Flick towards goal, and Lucas dives on another one.
Of course he does. He's everywhere, this keeper.
He can't get the words out. He doesn't have them.
No, he's stunned by it. Are they about to pull this off, guys? You don't want to say it, do you?
Clark. Now Burns. It might just take one properly good ball in. Can Burns provide it? Taylor's going to jump for it. Edmondson behind him. And once more, the ball is in the gloves of Lucas Covalon.
It's been like a magnet, hasn't it? His hands to that ball.
They are nearly there. The biggest game of their careers. One of the biggest gaps you could ever see in an FA Cup tie in terms of league position. But Maidstone United have done it. The side from the 6th tier of the English game have come to a ground that might be in the Premier League next season. And they've won. There are heroes everywhere in yellow and black. There is one in orange who's down on the floor and tears in his eyes in goalkeeper Lucas Covalon. He's played a blinder. It has been an absolute joy and a privilege to be here to see it all.
It's the magic of the FA Cup. We knew their strengths, we knew Ipswich's limitations, and we analysed them and we work on it, and we told our boys to believe and just keep going. At half-time, we told them no football match has been won at half-time. Yes, they're going to come at us, they might get a goal, but we stick to the game plan. We don't waver. We ensure that we keep running and running and running, and if we get an opportunity, we must take it.
First of all, massive credit to Maidstone and what went right for them. You know, they defended with their lives. They had 2 shots, scored 2 goals, and they rode their luck, but they worked ever so hard to get that as well. So full credit to them, and for us it's obvious. We had 38 shots on goal, only managed to score 1.
As you probably saw, they had us on the ropes a few times, and the boys dug deep. We've trusted each other. I think the 12 men, the supporters on the side, really gave us that energy to really go for it. Our gaffer gives us, is a great leader, gives us so much energy and so much belief.
There was a lot that you had to save in that goal, Lucas. How did you do it?
Normal day in the office, as some people say. But yeah, no, I think he's a great character for the whole team. People just throwing their bodies on the line. Everyone just like put a great shift, and we were lucky enough to be in the next round now.
The boys have done excellently, and I'm immensely proud of them. And I told them, whatever the outcome today, they've made history, and the dream is still on. The FA Cup magic is still very much alive. Maidstone in the 5th round, just bring it on. It just keeps getting better and better.
Well, congratulations to Maidstone United. They are the lowest ranked team to reach the 5th round since Blythe Spartans back in 1978. What a win and fantastic celebration. Stephen and Michael, good evening to you. I mean, Stephen, what a story this is.
Absolutely incredible. And so often every year we talk about, is the magic of the FA Cup still there? Does it mean enough to people and teams? And you only have to look at those scenes to realise what that meant to Maidstone today.
I'm sure the dressing room was absolutely buzzing, Michael.
It'll still be buzzing now. I think they'll be having a great night.
A few headaches tomorrow.
Unbelievable amounts of headaches, but it was a well-drilled performance. Yes, they only had a couple of opportunities. They put them away. They took the chances. But the celebrations, everything we see about the whole football club, the community that's been mentioned, the support that was there, and it's fantastic to see. And the word just keeps coming out, isn't it? Magic, and it is.
And they clearly did their homework, because they caused Ipswich Town so many problems.
Yeah, George Elokobi spoke about it, where he spoke about the high line that Ipswich played, and that's something that was apparent all the way through this game, in the way that Maidstone set themselves up. They played on the shoulder. They made sure that they tried to get these runs in behind. The weight of the pass here, it's ever so slightly heavy for Dooku to get in behind. Not a problem. We'll try it again, because we know that there's frailties in the back line. And as they turn this ball around the corner, just a fraction too early again, that eagerness to get in behind, try and hold your run. Look how high Ipswich are. Goes too early, offside this time. But then, a few moments later, from a corner by Ipswich, they capitalise. They make the most of that high line. Doku at the heart of it again. Reynolds, the goal scorer here. Reynolds, the goal scorer. He's not tracked by Hutchison. Look at the ground that he's made up, and now he's in. Can he get the good first touch? Absolutely he can. Can he get a magnificent finish? You bet you can. That is just delightful from Reynolds. Look at that. The little dink over the goalkeeper. Said he had a look at him and he made his mind up for him.
Beautiful finish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a wonderful finish. And you know, you get those opportunities, you try and run in behind wherever possible, but look at the pressing and the desire in the middle areas of the pitch. And obviously with that high line, it gives you that opportunity to break. So, as the manager said, they wanted to work on these situations. They wanted to run in behind wherever they possibly can. But it's this here now. George Fowler in the middle of the pitch. Look how tenacious he is. The pressure's on. He just manages to just get it out to Reynolds. From then on, though, Sam Corn, the run is really good. And then there's a bit of composure, takes that touch, and it looks like he's going to be under a little bit of pressure. Good finish, and that was obviously a wonderful story. It gave them something to fight for. He's still celebrating, he's pointing to the back of his shirt. There's a bit of luck, isn't there, with that little touch just before it.
A little bit fortunate here?
Yeah, but when we get to look at that, we've got a top official for this game, and you could see the pullback there from George Fowler. It's clear, and there it is there. And with the official that we've got, he's got to spot that, and no wonder, obviously, Kieran McKenna will be saying, well, no, we should have got that.
Yeah, Stephen, it's worth pointing out that Ipswich had 38 shots today. They're most on record since 2013-2014 in a single game in all competitions. But Maidstone had the 2 attempts, scoring with both of them. But it wasn't what they did at the top of the pitch. It was also the resolute defending as well, especially second half.
Yeah, it was, and Kieran McKenna sort of rolled the dice as soon as they scored on 55 minutes. He brought on Leif Davis, Connor Chaplin, Wes Burns. But what they did, George Elokobi, was he brought on Greenidge, and he went to 3 at the back, and that allowed them to get tight in certain areas. It allowed them to step in on those players and be aggressive, knowing that they had a spare man, and that was something that was evident at 1-1. I mean, you're thinking, why go negative at 1-1? But it had the opposite effect. When they were in trouble a little bit, the goalkeeper, Lucas, who was outstanding, he comes out, makes sure that he's getting in behind, coming out and facing them, getting to covering defenders, which is in great positions. Apaya here, even if he steps out to be aggressive, he's left that back line, but they've still got a back 4 intact now. They always had numbers in that back line, and if one defender missed it, they were clearing up. Yes, they had that little bit of luck where it fell to players in the box, but the 2 centre-backs here, go and put your bodies on the line, get close to it, make sure that them shots that are coming in from distance aren't getting through to the goalkeeper, Lucas, and then have the composure at times to step out and find a pass. They turn the ball over here, Ipswich, and if it needs to go, there it goes. Then you can get organised, then you can organise yourself. But then, if they were beaten, Lucas was on form. But here, body in between man and ball, goalkeeper smothers it. And he was magnificent today, the goalkeeper. George Elokobi spoke about him after the game and said he's a big game player, and he certainly showed that today.
Yeah, another controversial moment. Kieran McKenna, in his press conference, not the interviews that he did for television, in the news conference, said on the possible penalty, this is the George Edmondson yellow card, it looked like his foot was kicked. Michael, you've seen it a number of times. What do you make of it?
I mean, we've had the hindsight to look at it so many different occasions, some different clips, but, do you know, when you're going to feel that challenge, sometimes as a player, you know there's going to be contact coming, so you move the leg out of the way.
But that looks like a penalty there, right?
Yeah, so it does look like it, and the official straight on top of it and says, right, it's a yellow card because there's a dive in it. But when we have another look, if you see the foot coming round, he moves it to try and engineer to make sure he gets that penalty kick. Yeah. But at that point, you think there's a dive. And when
this is Anthony Taylor's view.
This is his view, and when you see this and you see the back leg go up, that's why you see at certain times the players will leave their leg on the ground all the way for that contact. But for me, it's one of those. If you'd have left it, he gets the penalty, but you're also you're risking a slight injury.
It was interesting. Anthony Taylor walked over and one of the Ipswich players said to him, why is it not a penalty? He said, look at his face. He knows he's dived. It's almost like his simulation. So I think it's the correct decision.
Still, Stephen, Ipswich Town's ultimate goal this season, promotion to the Premier League, right?
Absolutely. Well, he sort of showed that with the changes that he made. Was it disrespectful to the FA Cup? Was it disrespectful
to He might regret some of
yeah.
those changes when you do go out of the tournament, that's for certain. But he's done an unbelievable job. I think we can't just look at today's game.
Correct. One other interesting line, the second time Maidstone United have led match of the day.
Wow.
There you go.
Quite brilliant.
Going well.
Well done.
Can they make it 3?